How's it going, guys? I will start this in just a second. Okay, so SCKT is obviously going to be my main watch, and I'm assuming that it's going to be everybody's main watch. It's up over 200% at its highs. It's trading 24 mil pre-market already. We've had a very long weekend, 3-day weekend, having yesterday off. So everybody is going to be super, super excited to trade because we are all degenerates, I guess. But I'll go over this one in just a second. Let me see. I forgot if there's any. Ford was on my watch for a breakout over this $4.50 level, and they actually had gapped it today. Well, I guess. Oh, no. Never mind. They gapped it after hours, and I was looking for, any kind of continuation. So at this point, it looks pretty dead. It looks like people aren't really interested anymore. People forgot about it. Really, I'm currently I am being a little bit more patient off the open, just because I haven't seen setups working right off the open. I've been seeing them work later in the day. So even if it's a setup that I usually take off the open, I'm not doing so yet until I see, at least a couple weeks of that action working very well. So until I see that, I won't be, shorting this off the open. But I would like to see this retest, some of these key levels here. 6.5, like 6, basically this channel here, between 6 and 7. If we can get a morning spike into these levels, maybe even 7.5, and then it fails and confirms that it's, finally backside, then at that point, we still have plenty of downside, and I will attack those bounces or pops with the after hour high as my risk. So simple game plan. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna squeeze all the way up to those levels, because it looks pretty dead at this point. But it is starting to find a base here in the mid fives, so potentially can do that, but never know. FTFT is, last week I was thinking that this is setting up for a nice bounce short, but each day is kind of slowly moving up, and it's starting to speed up a little bit. And today this gap is, speeding up a little bit more. I'm thinking this actually turns out, into, I was hoping for a gap up between $10 and $11 right into this resistance, but it's not gapping up a whole lot. So it's given me the impression that this is speeding up, and it's actually gonna likely break out. But again, there's a lot of resistance up there. A 300 mil and then 150 mil on a $10 ticker is actually a lot of volume, and that's very heavy resistance. So I'm actually going to be, initially it's a short into this resistance area, but if it starts holding and then it starts inching higher and higher and consolidating and going higher, then this is a potential breakout. But initially this is a short, but I'm not short biased completely where I'm like shorting at 11 and I'm going to hold it for a week hoping it fades back to $6. That is probably unlikely to happen. So there could be a pop, or squeeze to 11. You short that in the morning, cover the flush, and then leave it alone and let it pick its direction. Shipping tops I just had up, but nothing I'm interested in it right now. ARTL is one of those where they try to hold it up after hours and today, but you can see lots of volume here yesterday in this area, and it didn't really fade off, so it still has range to come down. I'd be looking for, you know, $3, like a retest of $3, and if that fails, then I'm assuming that it's going to fade back down to like $2, $2.20, $2.30s, that range. Or, you know, or they might be actually trying to squeeze it and keep going. So you got to kind of watch what it does at $3. If it holds up, then if it holds up over $3, then they might be thinking of running it higher than 360s. But if it has a morning spike, retest threes, and starts to fail, then I'm likely gonna fade it off. So I might re-hit this one because I traded this one on Friday. But my main watch today, hey, what's up, Preston? How's it going? Is going to be SCKT and ALJJ. So SCKT is going to be my favorite one. This one, if you guys remember, had a really big gap and crap day here, really big gap and crap day here. But what you guys might not remember is how manipulated this was on this day. I don't know if I have. Let me see if I can maybe pull up the 23rd of October. Let me see if I can pull up this day really quick. I'm pretty sure I traded it, but if I didn't trade it, I know I was watching it all day long. I'm pretty sure I traded a little bit of it. All right, what's going on? All right, well, that's loading. Basically, what happened is they had squeezed it like 4 times before they let it go. So they squeezed it, caught a bunch of people on, then they stuffed it. It came down, then shorts piled in, then they squeezed it again, they stuffed it, and then they squeezed it, they stuffed it, and then they squeezed it one more time, and then they stuffed it, and then finally let it go. So that is similar action that I am not sure why it's not opening. Similar action that I'm expecting. But as you can see right now, Michael, first time tuning in, how long do you usually stream? 10, 15, 20 minutes. Depends on the morning, the gappers, how many tickers I'm watching. But 10 to 20 minutes. But as you can see, SCKT, you can pretty much clearly see the key levels. So the very first key level is going to be your mid 8 level. This was kind of where it started to squeezed. It started to top out. It's very likely that you had shorts that had started to attack these pops, attack this pop for sure. And because at this point it was up over 100%. That's a big move. And then all of a sudden they held it. And now all these shorts are stuck if they had not covered. So this whole move right here up to the 11s is a short squeeze. So your first key level is going to be this mid 8 level here, and then your second key level is going to be this mid 9 level where they held it this time, and then you can see right now they dropped it to VWAP and then they rebounded it very quickly. They brought on some volume, rebounded it very quickly. So they are trying to hold this mid 9 level as well. So it's kind of just clear to see those key levels. So the game plan for this is going to be to honestly just wait 10:30, 11 a.m. plus. I don't want to be stuck in any sort of manipulation. If I see a retest of highs and then they get stuffed and rejected, comes back down to like the low 9s, I'm still not interested. I'm I'm waiting for post open for at least 30 minutes to an hour to let them manipulate however they want to, and then attack it once I see that backside is confirmed and it's going to be a fader type name. So Excel is being kind of weird for some reason. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, okay, let's see. October 23rd was the... I know I traded it. Is that the right date? Okay, I don't know why I don't have it, but basically that's the price action they had. Sorry guys, I don't have a chart of it to pull up, but basically at the open they had huge wicks up and down like 4 times. But so that's why I'm going to be very patient on SCKT, and just in case of similar price action. I'm hoping ideally we don't get any of that, and ideally we get just a big morning spike, and then it stuffs, it comes down, and then I'll be attacking pops. So that's that's what I'd like to see, but kind of doubt that. ALJJ is a gap and crap setup. It's pre-market chart has given back most of its gain. It's not a micro float. It's up over 50%. And on this type of setup, generally I'm looking to short a morning spike, risking pre-market highs. And in this case, just because the last several weeks have been kind of nuts, and this setup has just not really been working that well. I have been patient on it, but I would like to see a morning spike, and then it like rejects, and then it starts to fade off, and then I'd be attacking it, risking that high day. So that's likely the trade plan. I may end up maybe taking like a small starter just to kind of get a better average, just in case, but I will not be anywhere near full size right out of the open. But last week this setup seemed to actually work well. It was the last several weeks before that it was not working well at all. So I'm really going to be attacking the setup with confidence if I can see another week or so of this type of setup working off the open. If not, then then I just got to be more patient, because I don't want to have to get squeezed, cut it at high van, reattack it, only to end the day break even on a trade. So it's not really my goal to just work all day to be break even. So that's the game plan for today. SAKT is my main watch, ALJJ other watch, possibly a trade on Ford, and possibly a trade on ARTL. And then I got a couple other ones, MYT, unlikely trade, but just have it on there as BPP. These are all like low volume, not interested in, unless they pick up some volume towards the open. And then SOS I might take a trade on. This is a multi-day runner at this point. If I start to see it come down, then and if it starts to if it starts to come down, then I'd like to just join the trend and maybe take a small trade on it or something, like a scalp. But yeah, that's the game plan. And everything else that I have up here is just kind of, I'm just monitoring. Maybe there's a potential trade. Nice job though, Van, on ALJJ pre-market short. Good work on it, man. All right, guys. That is it. I'll catch you guys later.